What's up, YouTube? I'm Bearded and Bored. Let's go find something to do. Today on Bearded and Bored, we're going to be aging some liquor. Sorry.
I just said, yes, man, right away, anything.
So you may be asking yourself, hey, Bearded, what's the point? Why would I do this? Well, let me just tell you. There are several different things that you can get out of this experience. One, patience. I don't have very much patience when it comes to doing projects and hobbies and fun shit. I want it to be done now. The other thing is a sense of incredible satisfaction, because we're going to take something like this that's crystal clear and really just is basically a corn vodka. It's a little bit sweet, it's a little bit corn flavored, but it doesn't have a ton of flavor all by itself. It basically just tastes like vodka. So why would we want to age anything in oak, in an actual oak barrel? By putting your liquor in here, you're going to end up getting a shit ton of flavor. Vanillins, tannins. You're actually going to get a lot of flavor changes from the oxygen transfer through the wood of the barrel. So there's a lot of benefits. Basically, this is your cocoon, and what comes out is a glorious bourbon butterfly. When you get one of these barrels, chances are the stopcock and the bung are not going to be installed. So go ahead and install those, or at least install the stopcock. This is a 2-liter barrel. You're going to fill this with hot water from the tap and let it sit overnight. And sometimes you may have to let it sit up to a week. What that's going to do is the water is going to soak into the cells of the wood and cause it to swell, because there's nothing holding this together other than the pressure of the bands against the wood. There's no glue, there's no nails, nothing. And so you've got to add that water to make this swell up and tighten up, to seal up any of the little fissures and cracks and stuff in here. And if you do have a leak, it's probably going to be on one of the heads of the barrel. But fill that up with water, let it sit for at least 24 hours. If you don't find any leaks, then you're going to drain it out and let it sit for 4 hours, and then add your liquor. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so now we've got just about 2 liters of liquor. I used 1 popcorn Sutton, 1 Texas Shine, and 1 another corn whiskey, another corn moonshine from Texas. I can't remember the name of the company. But these are all off the shelf, standard liquor store moonshine, kind of things. So when it comes to aging spirits, there's a lot of different schools of thought on the amount of time that you need to leave the spirits in the bottle. Most of these barrel manufacturers, in the instructions, most of them say 3 weeks, which, I've done this before, and 3 weeks is not long enough. 3 weeks gives you some oak flavor, and it comes out looking a little bit like piss. I don't want my whiskey to look like piss. That's not attractive to me at all. So I tend to go for, there's another barrel maker that has a really good chart, and their chart actually makes a lot more sense to me. 80 days in one of these 2-liter barrels gives you the equivalent of 1 year of 53 gallons of whiskey in one of those giant barrels that you see in a distillery. So 80 days equals 365, basically. Now, the thing is, you're not going to get 365 days worth of oxygen transfer in this just because it's smaller. What you do get is contact with the wood surface. Now, the reason why it's shorter for a smaller barrel is because of surface area of the inside of the barrel. The surface area ratio compared to the volume of liquid is much greater. So it just goes faster. You have more liquid in contact with more surface area, more of the charcoal on the inside of the barrel and the exposed wood of the barrel heads. So you get a lot of those flavors very, very quickly. But if you want it to turn into something that's really good, that you would actually go and pay for, you would pay a lot of money for, then it's like 3 months, 6 months. If you leave it in here for a year, that's the equivalent of a 4-year-old whiskey. And you know, for my money, a $20 bottle of popcorn Sutton that I can turn into a $50 bottle of whiskey is pretty darn good. I like that. Plus, it's just fascinating when you see what comes out of the barrel after a month or two. When you do a test, you're going to be really impressed. So I highly recommend doing this. Definitely want to barrel age something. Try it with anything. Try it with a white rum, a tequila. You know, if you want to do like a medium bodied rum or a medium bodied tequila and put more age on it, you can absolutely do that. The one thing I'll say is that if you age bourbon in here or age whiskey in here, the next best thing to age is rum in here. You can only use these barrels about 5 times before the flavor just doesn't really come through anymore. But you know, I highly recommend getting one of these. I'm going to put a link to a barrel maker that I do trust. I've got some other barrels. This other company I've had even better luck with, so I'm going to go ahead and put a link to them down in the description. And if you want to help support the channel, you can use the Amazon links for the barrel. And here's something to know. If you use any of the Amazon links that I ever put in the description, that doesn't cost you anything extra. All it does is I get a little commission, and it helps to support this channel so I can keep making more videos. Anyway, so we're going to check back with this in a couple of months. And don't worry, I'm not going to make you wait several months for content. I'm just going to put it all up at once. So if you like this kind of thing and you want to be more bearded and less bored, then subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Let me know. If you have any comments or questions about barrel aging, just let me know down in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them. I love answering your guys' comments. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.